In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a high detail look at Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game. Giving you guys a good close-up look at all of the components and the miniatures, and giving you guys my first impressions about the game. However, keep in mind this is not a review for the game because I've not played it yet. This is just more of a first impressions of what the components look like, and at the end of the video, I will compare the miniatures of this game with the other Marvel Zombies game that is currently out, Heroes Resistance. Now, with that being said, let's just get right into this unboxing. Alright, just getting the lid off here. First impressions, we have the rulebook and a nice cardboard insert. Generally, when you get cmon games, there is an insert that helps hold components, which is great. The rulebook is a fairly thick size. You can get the round summary on the back about all the different actions you can take. Tells you all the basic rules. Like I mentioned, this is a Zombicide game where you get to play as the zombies. So they do have zombie missions stated in the rulebook. And if I go further into it, I feel like if you get the X-Men Resistance, you're supposed to be able to play this as hero mode. So there are some hero mode missions, I believe, when you get the X-Men Resistance game, which won't be coming out till later next year. I'll put that over to the side right there. See if I can get this out without damaging the box. That would be great. Flip it upside down here. That way I don't damage the box trying to get it out. All right, let's flip this back over. As I open up the box that helps hold all the miniatures and components in it, you can see this has the miniatures on top with each plastic mold that holds all the miniatures, and the zombie trays that will hold your zombie traits, your zombie card, and another card to help hold a ByStander ability. All right, now let's remove the miniatures tray so you guys can kind of take a better look at this. The miniatures pop out very easily. So underneath that, you can see a lot more miniatures, the standard shield agents that you're going to be fighting against. So those are the miniatures. Don't worry, I'll be giving you more of a detailed close-up look of those later on. I just want to get through what's in the box first. So that is that box. On the back of it, it even tells you all the different zombies and how to put it back together. Kind of nice. Keeps it very secure, especially when it comes to shipping. So underneath all that, we have the cardboard components. So this is, by the way, what you're going to be getting in retail when this goes to retail. There's not any Kickstarter exclusives with this just yet. Those won't be coming till next year with a separate box, which I did obviously back because I backed this version. Got all the tiles here to set up for different scenarios. 6 standard dice. All these different cards. You got the shield agents that will spawn. You got your zombie traits and your bystanders. Mary Jane back there. Now before I open all this, let's give you guys a closer look at some of those miniatures. So up first we have the Wasp. Just check out the detail in her wings. That pose, very dynamic. Look at the base. Looks like she just came exploding out of something. Up next we have Deadpool, one of my favorite X-Men characters. He's got his 2 swords, katanas, I believe. Someone will correct me in the comment section down below. He's holding somebody's head. Can't judge who head that is supposed to be, but if you're a fan of the Marvel comics, Marvel Zombie comics specifically, I'm sure you know who that could be. It looks like he's sitting on a pile of money. Next we have the Hulk, just super huge. You see all the muscle definition, just insane detail. The muscle tissue being torn. Hulk smash. He's definitely gonna be doing a lot of smashing. Look at those veins pop out. I'm not much of a painter, but I'm definitely gonna try with these ones. It's just, look at the detail. It just looks like it'd be so much fun. Up next, we have Captain America, everyone's favorite Avenger. Well, not mine, but I know a lot of people love Captain America. There is quite a bit of detail in his suit. You can see all the scales in there. I'm not too sure if you guys can see that on camera that well. He also has the Winter Soldier's arm below him. You have the Hydra symbol in the background, and of course his shield. Up next we have Iron Man. I must admit, I don't think his pose is overall that great. I feel like they could have done a lot more with it. I feel like this is, though, a pose that he does in the comics. I feel like I've seen this in the What If TV show on Disney+. He's actually one of my favorite Avengers next to Spider-Man, but you won't be playing as Spider-Man in this version. And last up, as the last character you'll be playing as, is Captain Marvel. I think she has the best pose out of all of them, in my opinion. She's not my favorite character at all, but just look at her pose. I feel like it's very dynamic. She's even holding, I believe, is a scroll head. Maybe not, I can't tell. I feel like my camera should focus more, but apologies. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice. Next up, I'll show you the heroes that you guys gotta fight against. We got Black Panther on a tree branch with his claws out. Very cool. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. I love the Black Panther Wakanda Forever movie. Definitely check that out if you guys haven't. Doctor Strange with a bunch of tentacles coming out. Very cool. Detail in his cape there. Not too sure if I want to fight against him or not. We got Miss Marvel, I believe. Not too sure. I don't know too much about this character. I'm more of a core Marvel fan, like the main Avenger characters. But you can see her superpowers there. Stretching arm. Huge hands. Very cool. Scarlet Witch. Very powerful character in the comics and in the movies. Won't spoil anything from the Doctor Strange movie. Then we got Thor, just absolutely screaming, wind blowing in his hair. He's got his favorite hammer. His helmet is just below him with a battle axe. That's pretty cool. Just absolutely incredible. I don't know another word to describe these miniatures. And last up, we have everyone's favorite friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Sick pose. Can't wait to fight against him. One of my favorite characters. Showing off some of the bystanders that you can devour in this game. Starting with Okoye, General Ross, and of course we have Agent Coulson, I believe, with his gun. I believe that is Agent 13. I'm not too sure without double checking the rulebook. And of course, here are some other SHIELD agents and bystanders. Alright, now that we've seen the miniatures, let's take a look at the boards. Starting off, we got this one. There's a boxing ring that makes me think of Daredevil. This one has Hell's Kitchen on it, so definitely Daredevil's neck of the woods. Doctor Strange's Sanctum Deltorum. Stunning artwork. Now we got, what's this? Damage Control. That is a special group, I believe, that takes care of all the damage the superheroes do in the comics. We got Oscorp. Subway Station. Now I know for a fact that this tile is in this version. So definitely has some of the same artwork. The Daily Bugle. Mayhem there. And of course, we have the cardboard components. Oh, this just popped out. And of course, we have the Avengers Tower A that you can pick up and throw. All right, now I'm just going to show you guys some of the artwork in the game, starting off with the characters that you can play as. For example, this is Wasp. You can tell this is your hunger track here, your health here, and every character has a very unique special abilities. For example, Wasp's starting ability is you can ignore target priority enemies, because in this game you can only target enemies in a certain order if there's a bunch of them in the same zone. And as you level up, you're going to be unlocking more abilities, such as more actions, another ability, and then another ability if you can make it to the red before the game ends for those longer scenarios. And then of course you have your attacks, if it's melee or range. This will tell you that. And then your special devour action, which will help you lower your hunger track, because if you get too hungry, you become ravenous, and that means you can only have certain actions you can do. All right, next up we have the Hulk. Very cool. He has a very awesome starting ability, I think. Enemies have one less toughness against his attacks. So I'm assuming that's both attacks, smash and devour. Unless using Thunderclap, which is another ability that you will unlock later. And then you may reroll any dice if there is a superhero in his zone, which is awesome. Pretty sick ability. Deadpool. He allows you to draw extra zombie traits, which I'll show you guys in a bit. Okay. Iron Man. Very cool. He allows you to push enemies out to different zones for his starting ability. I'm just going to go over this kind of fast because I don't want this video to be too long. Next up, we have Captain America. Each time enemies attack your zone before assigning wounds, roll 1 die for each wound. On a 5+, prevent that wound. So he's good at preventing wounds. Very awesome. Captain Marvel. Each time you attack with the Mighty Punch, you may eliminate 1 trooper or specialist in your zone. So she helps get rid of those runners and those basic zombies. Pretty good teammate. Oh yeah, and that is a scroll head that she has. Now I'm going to show you guys the superheroes real quick. I'm not going to go into too much detail with these ones because they are not actually playable yet until the X-Men Resistance game comes out. We got Thor, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Spider-Man. With that being said, let's actually take a look at both versions and kind of compare them with the miniatures and the boards with the Marvel Zombies Heroes Resistance, which is a very cheap game, only $35, versus the slightly more expensive version. Let's get into it. All right, so here we have the 2 Hulks from both games. This one is from the Heroes Resistance box, and this is from the Marvel Zombie box. You can tell because this one is the zombie version. And you can tell, even with the base, there is a lot more detail in the zombie version. But even though there's still a lot of detail in the hero version. And another quick comparison. This is what you get in the Hero Resistance version to keep track of your experience. Just an easy dial there. I'm not a big fan of this, but it does work. But yeah, just cheap, thin cardboard. All right, so here we have both zombie Iron Mans. One is from the Heroes Resistance. This is from Marvel Zombies. So as you can tell, not too much difference. This does seem like the base has slightly more detail, but overall, I mean, not that much difference between them. They're like the same height. I actually prefer the Heroes Resistance Iron Man, especially when it comes to his pose. I might actually swap them out. Next up, let's do Black Panther versus Black Panther. Pretty big difference here. You can see that this one has a whole base around it with the tree. Very cool pose, a lot of detail in this Black Panther, and this is a hero version. Again, same with this one. You can play as Black Panther in the Heroes Resistance, but he just doesn't seem to have as much detail around the base as this Black Panther. Definitely prefer the Marvel Zombie Black Panther. Alright, and last up, I'm just going to compare the 2 Captain Americas. This is from the Heroes Resistance, and this is from the Marvel Zombies. I can't tell that much difference when it comes to the detail. Honestly, I feel like they're the same. They both even have the Hydra symbol on them. I don't know how much you can see, but there's a Hydra symbol there, and a Hydra symbol there. So I'm just going handheld here just to do this quick. These are both tiles, the same tiles from both versions. This one is actually from the zombie one, and this one is from the Heroes Resistance one. Honestly, I can't tell a difference. It comes to the last detail. I don't think there's a difference in the color or contrast. I think I saw that in another video. I feel like it had to do with the print though, not actually to do with anything else. So board-wise, identical. Miniatures, some miniatures are better in the Marvel Zombies version than the Heroes Resistance. So there you go. That is a quick comparison between the 2 games. All right, there you go. That is the unboxing for Marvel Zombies and a quick comparison with the Heroes Resistance version of it as well. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more unboxing videos, you can check out this video right here where I have a playlist of unboxing videos. And I hope you guys will be good humans, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.